So then, as far as I know, I went to shore, said nothing to anybody, spent the rest of the weekend there, and then never saw him again. Saw him at a funeral of my great-grandmother's, but we didn't speak. And my question these days is, why did nobody notice that? I'm not blaming anybody, but like, nobody noticed that my favorite person in the world was just no longer coming around and no longer my favorite person. Even like, we don't even talk to that side of the family anymore, and I don't even know why. But anyway, I never told anybody, and eventually I told a friend who I thought was a friend, and I thought I was comfortable with telling. He was probably my boyfriend at the time, I don't remember. And he said, well, I don't blame him because you got those boobs. And of course, what was I expecting of a 15-year-old kid to console me after I was sexually assaulted? So I don't blame him for that, but it certainly made me not want to tell anybody else. And unfortunately, my family environment wasn't one where we spoke about things. And so I just never told anybody else until I got into like adult relationships. And it was very nonchalant. Even going to therapy. How was your childhood? Great. Anything significant happen? I mean, my cousin touched me inappropriately one time, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And I didn't stay in therapy long enough with the therapist to actually get down to the nitty gritty, because I moved to therapists so much because of money and shit. Not having the insurance to cover it, going to the community health centers and having to get moved from one therapist to another because they leave or whatever, and just mental health in America is great. So then, after telling people it was like no big deal, I got with my husband, who I'm with now, and he brought a wonderful daughter with him. And when she was 13, we had park passes to water parks and theme parks, and she had gotten a new bathing suit, and she came over and she was so excited about it. And I was like, well, let's see it, try it on, let us see it. She comes out and it was a 2-piece bathing suit, and I flipped out and I said, there's no way you're wearing that in public. Guys are going to be looking at you, men are going to be looking at you, you don't want that kind of attention, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. And as it came out of my mouth, I felt sick. It's like, something's not right about what I'm saying, So, where are you? Oh, there's my cat up there. Where are you, kitty? Up there. Oh, there you are. So anyway, I flipped out on her, and then, it was resolved. She wore the bathing suit. But that's when I started to figure out why I reacted the way I did. And that's when I figured out there's a reason why I react the way I do to everything. And I started my journey on finding out why I was the way I was. Why was I so angry all the time? Why do I have an anger issue? Why do I have anxiety? Why do I have trust issues? Why do I have relationship issues constantly? And it's all falling into place, and here we are 8 years past that discovery, and I'm still healing and still fucked up from it.